So 'tis me. Welcome back, guys. Oh man, I just messed up. Hold on. Gotta get some more. I have the attention span of a grape. It happens. We're gonna do a tray of microgreens and we're gonna talk a little bit. And if you're wondering, yes, I did do my hair over the weekend. That's what I told you earlier. My fingernails are still stained from the indigo. I did the henna, and I do the henna usually so quickly that I can wash it off and it doesn't stain very bad. And by the end of the day, it's washed off. Or I can use like a makeup wipe or oil or something like that and get it off. You know, like coconut oil or something. Yeah, well, I decided to put the indigo through and pull the dark back out. It's already downstairs, already in chaos. So I went ahead and did the indigo with just my bare hands because I forgot how badly it stains. The insides of my ears are still blue. I keep pulling blue with Q-tips and makeup wipes and stuff like that. So yeah, if you see any blue spots on me, on my hair, it does not look blue. It looks more, it pulls the darker color back out. But yeah, we kind of handled those roots for a bit. When you use henna and indigo will not cover gray. So you have to do the henna first, and ideally you want to use the henna, wait a few days, and then go back and do the indigo. Well, the last so many times that I've done my henna, it throws me into pain. So after I do that, since it causes me to be in pain, I thought, well, I never managed to make it back around to putting the indigo on the top of it, and I kind of have, which it's not bad, it just is not as true to my regular color. So that when I add the indigo, it kind of puts it more true to my natural color. Because it pulls the dark in my hair back out. So yeah, have this happening for a few more days until I can get it out from underneath there. And it will just be, I'll either cut my fingernails, they're long enough to cut now. I'll either cut them or I will paint them or something to cover it up. But since today, worked outside a little bit like I told you earlier, but since I'm doing stuff in the dirt, there's no point in putting anything on my fingernails, really. And it just is what it is. So anyway, back to my kitchen floor. We're going to plant some microgreens. I'm going to do this a different way because I've noticed as the weather has started to change, even with the grow lights, my germination is not as good as it was. I don't even have seeds down here. I'm batting 1,000 today. Hold on, just a second. I'm sorry, I try to have things together more than this. I actually have them up here on the table. Now, if you look behind me, you can kind of notice some things have disappeared. Yay! I have one pantry cleaned out and organized. I still have to do the other pantry. By organizing this one pantry, again, it has made it easier for me to use up ingredients, and that gets that out of the way. And it's easier to make food and things like that. Chaos I don't function well in, although my world seems to stay in chaos. So it is what it is. There's still too much stuff in my house. I'll be the first one to admit it. You don't have to tell me. I know this. We're working on it. It didn't get this way overnight. It's not going to get fixed overnight. So, we're just continuing. I don't want to throw, stuff away to make room for stuff that we can just use up. That doesn't make sense because that's wasting money. So I'm just putting the stuff where it can be used up, and then, then it's gone. Versus storing it into, the deal. Anyway, let's move forward because I'm just rambling on. And I want to get to the point of this video. But first, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this tray of greens a little bit differently because my germination has not been as good with the last few trays as it was before the seasons changed. Even with my grow lights on them. So what I'm going to do today is use, this is actually for starters, this tray, the bottom tray, versus using this tray. Instead of using the paper towels like I normally do, I'm going to cover with this. And then I'm going to see how that works. And if it works, I'll order more of these because I can order these separately. Because I prefer to have the greenhouse covers on them as long as I can, because it conserves water for me. And since if you're doing a bigger operation than what I'm doing, then you would do it completely different. And I can send you to people like the Fit Farmer, who does microgreens on a bigger operation, and he can show you techniques and stuff about stacking your trays and things like that. I don't do it I don't sell mine to anybody. I grow my 6 trays for my family to consume, mainly me. Anyway, let's do this because I got some stuff to talk to you about. Now, I'm going to put some water in the tray. I'm skipping a step today because normally I would wash out the tray, but I'm just not. I'm running out of time, so I'm just not doing that today. But this is a deeper tray than, obviously, than the normal tray that goes underneath this. So we're going to kind of adjust for that because these are from Bootstrap Farmer, the trays that I use. I love them. I absolutely love them. They are thicker. I'm going to be ordering more. If you ever want to bless Vicky with anything, trays, seeds, anything that can go in my garden that can help my homestead. Right now, we don't have much of a homestead. You know, we have more of an urban situation. We are in the city, for lack of a better way of putting it, which kind of puts some restrictions on what I can do. If you want to bless me with a chicken coop, you've seen me dance. I promise you. If you want to bless me with a rabbit house, I'd be real tickled to have that. I don't want a whole bunch of rabbits. I want like 2, maybe 4 tops. The rest, because I don't want them for consumption. I just want them because they're cute and cuddly, and you know, their poop is amazing for the garden. That's just how I feel about it. I want to talk to you about something. We're going to get into this. I'm hesitant to do this. I'm putting dirt on the tray too, because I'm not sure how some of you are going to respond to this. What you hear in the background, the cat's on the tote that I put the used dirt in, and you hear the lid closing because I didn't close it all the way. I kind of try to keep it open just so it circulates and it doesn't mold, but the cats don't help with that. Anyway, let's get back on track. I'm rambling because I'm kind of trying to brave up and talk about this. Let's go. Let's just do it. There are so many things in my day-to-day life that I see other people being made fun of, prosecuted for, talked horribly about, for And I can't wrap my mind around this. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this causes you to. I'm planting kale, by the way. If this causes you to unsubscribe to me, so be it. Because here's where I am. This is not just on YouTube for me. This is stuff that I see every day. This is stuff that I experience. Okay? There are people like myself and worse situations than myself that deal with chronic pain, chronic illness, things that you can't see, depression, anxiety, we'll just throw it on out there, eating disorders, Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, name it. There's a bazillion different diseases that everybody day to day don't understand. Do I look like somebody that has the potential of having seizures? Do I? Guess what? I have the diagnosis of PNES seizures. Yeah, from time to time, not often. Other people suffer worse than I do, but I can have a seizure. Just easy. I've never had a grand mal. I have what's called partial and absent seizures. I was in my late 30s, maybe even early 40s before they were diagnosed. And it was only because I have a wonderful friend whose son had a seizure disorder that was not epileptic. She witnessed me having seizures. So I went to a neurologist. They put me in the hospital. They did an EEG on me for 3 days. My seizure activity did not come back with epilepsy. My seizure activity is a pseudo seizure, which kind of means false seizure, also means non-epileptic. So if I have a seizure, chances are you won't ever know. I have aura, both with migraine and with seizure. So part of the reason why I don't go a whole lot of places. Or if I go, my husband goes with me. Seizures are not just, they're not a textbook thing. So my point in all of this, I also have chronic back pain, have discs that are messed up in my neck, in my back, have degenerative disc disease at an advanced stage for my age, arthritis, blah, 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 whole list of things. My point, stop it. Stop treating patients as if they're faking. I went to a new pain management doctor a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, and I was very anxious about going. I quit pain management once before for this same reason. I don't want a handful of pills. I don't want to have to take medicine on the daily. I want my life back. I've been trying to get well since 2001. Added up. It's a lot of years that I've fought for my life and fought for my body and my health. It's a lot of years that I've been let down by doctors. Because I don't look sick. And because when I'm in extreme pain, I have a sense of humor. And even when I'm in extreme pain, I do my best to not show it. So what happens? Not taken as seriously. Had a primary care doctor, although I've had the diagnosis of migraine I started having them when I was probably 14. Started getting treatment for them probably about 18, right around in there. I tried several preventatives. They didn't work for me. But here's the thing. If I hadn't told you today some of the things that I battled, do I look like I battled them? Really? Do I look sick to you? If you've seen my beautiful sister, you wouldn't think that she has medical issues. We are pain patients or patients. We have something. If you've seen my dad, up until the very end of his life, he didn't look sick. He didn't look like a man that had cancer. Just that simple. Why? Because when he had to go someplace and go out in public, he did his best to not look like a cancer patient as much as he could. He kept a sense of humor until he lost consciousness before he died. We spent the first night that he was in the hospital talking and joking and laughing just like we always had. That's the legacy that I was handed. That's a legacy that a lot of us are handed. And sometimes we come on here and we talk about our issues because we need to. We don't necessarily want sympathy. Empathy would be nice and friendship would be nice. And kindness. But we don't necessarily want to be the center of attention or to be anything other than heard. Just listen. It's not just on YouTube. I talk to people right, left, and sideways that are let down by the medical community because they think that all we want is a different pill. No. If I just wanted pills or I just wanted a drug, why would I pay and spend time in the doctor's office when it would probably be easier to obtain off the street? I don't know. I don't have any connection or anything like that. I don't know anything about street drugs. Let me clarify that. But my point is, why would I go through sitting across from somebody that went to medical school, looking at me and treating me as if I were faking? Why would I subject myself to that humiliation? But yet, I'm not the only one that it happens to. I've seen people, I've talked to people who've gone in with physical bruising from falls or accidents or whatever and been treated like they're faking. I sat in the emergency room not long ago, listened to somebody crying out in pain. They were told to shut up. Yeah. numerous times. Now, it could have been a patient that was a frequent flyer that they knew was whatever. So, I'll give them that. But my story and the point of today is the people that are struggling with whatever medical situation. We don't need your sympathy. We really don't. I don't need anybody to pat me on my head and go, "Ah, no." I need my friends, people that love me and care about me, to say, "You can do this," or "I got you," or to even check on me. Just need you to love me. So do other pain patients. We might not be able to attend everything that you invite us to, but please don't stop inviting us. I know that sometimes it gets and you kind of wonder why you're still inviting us. Trust me when I tell you we really want to come. Trust me when I tell you that looking at the same four walls for days at a time is no fun. Trust me when I tell you that you don't have the right to make a medical diagnosis about me or anyone else. We just need your kindness. We just need your friendship. And I don't think that's too much to ask. Do you? Until you live in our bodies, until you walk through what we walk through. For instance, I did my hair Saturday. From Saturday night to today, even now, my neck, it inflamed all of this in the back of my neck. Having to have my head bent over, having to stand and rinse and all that good stuff. I'm sorry. I know this is kind of yucky, getting ready to take it off and wash it. Sorry. I'm in the floor, don't have access to anything, and this is getting lengthy. Guys, it put me pretty much in the bed. Along with some other issues that, we've had a little virus going around. But my pain level was really high. Did any of you really know? And even if you did you know what it felt like in my body? No. Not even the people that live in my home can fully grasp what it feels like in my body. So here's the other thing. I got up today. I'm still not completely out of pain. But my tray, my tote of dirt, needed emptied. I had moved it downstairs the other day. I took it out. Put it on the four-wheeler. Started the four-wheeler and let it run for a little bit. Rode it down the hill to the garden and dumped it in the garden bed. Emptied a couple of more buckets off the thing. Could my husband and stuff do this stuff? Yes, and he does. But here's the thing. We could do this. We could knock it out in no time together. And he would do it all. But this is my joy. This is where I find my joy. So if he did it all for and took care of it all, instead of helping me do it and us doing it together, he'd be taking my joy. He'd be taking what I can still do. So I don't want him to do that for me. I want him to do it with me. Because our garden, I don't want to grow it without him. I don't want to move to our farm without him. But I don't want him to do all of it. I want to grow with him together. So that's why I fight. Because it's worth it. So the takeaway from this is real simple. Don't judge us. Even if you know that the physical symptoms that we're talking about are not true. Don't judge us. Because obviously there is a mental issue that is causing the physical feeling up here. Now I have X-rays and MRIs and CAT scans and EEGs and all of that neat stuff. You're not going to see them. It's not your business. I'm asking you to back up. Take a deep breath. Look at yourself. Stop judging people that you know nothing about. That you know no factual information about. Stop it. Just stop. Switch places with them. Even if it's just in here. Switch places. Be kind, because it's not that hard. See, I had a friend. I had a father. I watched them suffer. I have a family that watches me suffer. I have a dear, sweet mother that I lose time with because of suffering. But yet, I do my dead level best to be kind and to be a good person. I blow it from time to time. But at the end of the day, once I've apologized if need be, at the end of the day, I'm okay with who I am. So on behalf of myself and other people who suffer like me, who you don't see what we suffer with in our day-to-day lives or how we struggle. If we decide to talk about our struggles, just listen. I don't care if you get tired of hearing it. Just listen. If you're tired of hearing it, you're not a friend. You're not our friend. Just that simple. You're selfish. That's what you are. If you're tired of hearing about somebody else's problems when they need to vent, when they're suffering, you're selfish. I'll call it like I see it. Always have on this channel, always will. I don't understand. There are people that have pretty much the same diagnosis as I do, that have different treatments that I can't seem to get to happen. I don't understand how it happens. I don't care. I handle me. And I fight for them too. In my lifetime, I've seen people do some pretty crummy things. In my lifetime, I've done some pretty crummy things. I'm not sitting here trying to be any better than anybody else, because I'm not. Told you over the course of the time that I've had this channel, if I'm talking to you about it, I'm guilty of it, or it's something that I'm working on. And yeah, I've been guilty of judging people. I'm learning not to do that. I'm learning better about not to do that. But a little bit of kindness can go a long way. And that's all I got to say for today. And except for since there may or may not be a video tomorrow. So I'll go ahead and wish you a happy Thanksgiving, because Thursday my behind's headed south. I'm going to see the First Lady and my beautiful sister. I hope that you are with people that you love for the holiday. So anyway, from Remnant Homestead, Remnant Urban Homestead, whatever. I'm the mayor's daughter. I love you all so very much, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me and let me get this off my chest. Be kind. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you. Bye.